So hello, I am Francisco, co-founder of Prothesia, and we're changing the paradigm of how prosthetic devices are built. 100 million people are in need of a prosthetic or orthotic device, and the biggest problem is that there is a deficit of over 500,000 orthotic technicians to produce them, which, by the way, employ a very artisanal and labor-intensive process. That's why we decided to build a platform for digital fabrication of prosthetic and orthotic devices. In this way, we're saving clinicians time, money, and effort, and the patient gets a customized, lighter, and more affordable device. Our product is a mobile solution that uses 3D scanning technology, a parameterized orthotic prescription, and limb correction software. Why now? Well, because there are over 200 million devices with mobile 3D scanning capabilities. 3D printers are becoming faster and more affordable. And most importantly, the traditional process has not been yet standardized by anyone. This is the market size. The serviceable market is about $600 million. And this is some of our results. This is Charlie. When we met this little guy, he had equinus varus feet. And after 4 months of using our devices, he achieved plantigrade fit, the first step towards walking. With only $14,000 in grants, we have made several prototypes, sold devices, and started a research collaboration with MIT. This is our strategy for scaling. At first, physicians will correct the 3D scans and engineers will design the devices. But eventually, an algorithm will automatically correct the 3D scans based on the physician's input and design the devices. We have previous experience at tech startups, doing research at MIT and designing prosthetics. We are looking for funding and mentorship. And Prothesia is looking for people like you to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for presenting. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished so far. This is, I mean, it's extremely obvious to me how this technology can significantly improve lives, not just in underserved communities, but everywhere around the world. And how there's also a huge benefit of cutting costs of getting the right prosthesis to people. I guess to start out with, like, what makes you the right person to work on this? Like, how did you come up with this idea? I saw that you had some like 3D printing expertise, but like this is a very complicated like product that you're building. So what makes you the right people?
Great question. So before working at Prothesia, we funded a company called Tangente 3D, where it was a design shop. So we learned how to design, how to print, we even built our own 3D printers. So we learned about the mechanics, electronics, the firmware stuff. But then we started working with children with cerebral palsy here in Mexico. And we found out that there was a very big necessity to build these devices. So in context, these devices cost up to $200 each. And these families earn about $400 a month. So it is impossible for them to acquire one of these. And they need to change these devices year after year, sometimes up to 4 times a year because they are constantly growing.
Yeah. So what do you think could you like cut the cost to?
How do we cut the costs?
No, I think I understand how. But that would be great to repeat as well. It's just like, what kinds of savings do you think are you able?
Oh, it's 50 to 70% cheaper than the traditional ones.
That's incredible. Wow. And then would love to learn more about, you mentioned that like where you are today in terms of automation, where you want to go. Like, what does it take to fill the gap?
All right, very good question. So we already delivered 6 of these devices. And we didn't have to rely on an orthotic technician to do it. So we have validated that by using software and transforming those parameters from the doctor to to data, we can do the correction. And it was great because some of the doctors have told us that this is the same thing that we can achieve in the prosthetic lab, and you have done it without that input. So in order to automatize this, we need to still develop the application, and we need at least 5,000 data sets to train an AI, so the AI can do it just by pointing your phone at the patient and then designing the device by itself. That would cut the cost dramatically.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, if I can sum this up real quick and you tell me if I understand it correctly. So you use the iPhone, you scan a person, and then the AI, the vision is that in the end, the AI will be able to automatically design what the device should look like, and you send that to a 3D printer, and it's significantly cheaper than traveling to a doctor, or even doctors might not be available.
Exactly, that's the idea. That's the idea. From anywhere in the world, yes.
I mean, that's an amazing vision. I love that. Thank you for working on it. It's incredible. I don't have any more questions, and fingers crossed that you're able to raise your own financing.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.